Hello, my lovelies. So, today I'd like to talk about choosing a genre. I get asked a lot how to become a model, but a follow-up question that I also hear quite regularly is, but surely I can't be a model. I'm not tall enough, or I don't have a pretty enough face or the perfect figure, or I'm not stick thin like a runway model. Now, these are all valid points if all you want to do is fashion or runway modeling. But the truth is, there are many, many genres of modeling, and you're not limited to fashion and runway modeling. So if you're not that perfect runway model shape, you probably won't do well as a runway model. But you could have a successful career in a different style of modeling. With that said, here are some things to consider. If you're looking into modeling, you really want to research the various genres. I'm not going to go into them in depth here because I feel that it's important for you to do that research yourself. So, be aware of your stats, your height, your weight, your shape, what your bust, waist, and hip ratio is, and do some research. Find out what genres those leave available for you. Do some research on how viable each of those genres is as a source of income if you'd like your modeling to be a source of income. And then do some research on how to get into those genres and what you need. One of the things that I very much love about the freelance modeling industry is that it is hugely open to people of all types. Every height, every shape, every color, every gender. There is a space for each of these. Some of my absolute favorite art and glamour models are considered plus-size models and would be turned down by most agencies. But because they had a grasp on how to market themselves and how to pose and were realistic about the genres that they wanted to work in, they have created hugely successful careers as art and glamour models. Even though most people think that a nude model would have to be conventionally pretty. You don't have to be conventionally pretty. You don't have to be what most people would consider attractive. Modeling is not about how pretty you are. It's about how you're able to move your body within the needs, the requirements of what you are shooting. So, if you're shooting nude or glamour, there's going to be much more available to you. And it's going to be about, can you create a great curvy, a great S-curve? Can you twist yourself into a pretzel for figure work? How can you mold yourself into an outdoor environment for the nude work? For glamour, it's going to be more about the sensuality and the emotion and how can you do the eye contact. These are the most open fields. These are the fields that I find to be the most easy to find success in. But you also have options like commercial and lifestyle. There's even hand and foot modeling for people who want to model but don't really don't feel like you want to do the commercial lifestyle thing or get an agency or don't want to do the nude and glamour. You can be a hand model or a foot model. There is a niche for everyone. So what you have to do is do your research and find your niche and figure out what you're comfortable with, what you want to do, and if you want this to be a career, where the money is. That really does narrow you into two places, the commercial lifestyle or the art and glamour. But there are other options. There's a viable field for cosplay modeling at the moment. I don't know how it works, but it exists. So don't limit yourself by thinking that because you're not 5'9" and perfectly symmetrical and striking and stunning and stick thin and can't be a runway model, that you just can't be a model, period. Don't think that. Don't continue to think that, and don't let that hold you back. Because no matter who you are or what you look like, if you want to be a model and you are serious about it, all that you really need is that dedication and the willingness to do your research and find a genre that you are a good fit for. Because yes, models who want to be fashion models, who are incredibly short and curvy and triple Ds and don't have that fashion look, they're not going to succeed if they try to bill themselves as fashion models. But that doesn't mean that they can't be a model. It just means that they have to change where they're looking. That's your food for thought of the day. Let me know what you think. Obviously there are some exemptions, so if you've managed to make it as a fashion model and want to pitch in about your experiences as an unconventional fashion model, I'd love to hear about that. If you have questions about what your stats are and where you might want to look, or have any questions whatsoever, I welcome questions in the comments as well as through private message. I really encourage people, if you don't want to have a public conversation, I am happy to speak with you privately. If you find these videos helpful, please subscribe. I'm going to keep doing them for quite a while. Talk to you next time.